What's up, ladies and gents? And I'm here with a very special television review. I want to get this episode out and before I head off on my vacation. So, yes, as you know, last night was the finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I want to talk about it real quick because it's still fresh in everyone's minds and everyone is just reading about it online. And I just really want to talk about it. A lot to unpack here, not just the finale, but I also want to talk about the whole series in general. So yeah, let's just dive right in. So first off, I want to say I took the hat to everyone involved, especially Ewan McGregor. I feel like him slipping back into this role that we all fell in love with back in the prequel trilogy was perfect. It's like he never left, and it's so great to see him pull it off again, especially the hair. Okay, I can't stress that enough. But I will say, I did not realize this is that he's also the executive producer on the show. So to me, I think that's also a good plus why the show did what it could. But now let's see what about everything else? Let's see. Obviously, we all know that we were trying to figure out. Okay, this series is going to follow him and set up building blocks for the original trilogy, especially New Hope, because we saw glimpses of that in the trailer. But when it finally dropped, it's like, oh shit. Now we see what's going on. And I would say the perfect world build. I wouldn't say it's perfect. I would say the world building of what they did here, I think, is good. All right. But I will say this. Okay. Another thing that I think made me go, oh, that's awesome, was seeing the Inquisitors being brought to life in the live action. Now, I'm going to admit this right now is I never actually saw Rebels. So, yeah, I'm a terrible fan. So, yeah, I have a lot to watch about that. But, yeah, I know who the Inquisitors were, but seeing them being brought to life was pretty cool. And not to mention the Grand Inquisitor, holy shit, that was fantastic. That was Rupert Friend, by the way, Agent 47. I don't know if anybody knew that. To me, I think he did a great job there. Let's see, seeing Hayden Christensen as slip into Vader, which of course I'm going to we'll refer to later. And then of course you have Moses Ingram as the third sister, which I really liked what they did with her because, it's not just focusing on Obi-Wan, but there's other good character building and story building with our characters. And of course, adds more intricate layers, I would say a little bit towards, not just Obi-Wan, a little bit of Vader, her, and everyone else involved here because, yeah, as the series progressed, you could see where this is going. But as for story-wise, I'm going to admit this right now. The first two episodes were good, okay? But by episode three, I felt like it kind of fell off the rails because there was something off about it. But there were still moments of brilliance. But the last three episodes, 4, 5, and 6, redeemed it for me because it's like, oh my god, what to do now? And it's like it literally left you on the edge of your seat, wondering where is this going to go. And by the finale, which dropped yesterday, I think everyone was exhilarated and just made everyone so satisfied. And of course, I'll get into that momentarily. And yeah, but anyway, back to a few of them, especially Moses Ingram. I really what they did with her character, great stuff. And to all you racist, motherfucking toxic fans, y'all can go pound sand because she did a fine job, okay? Great work all around, okay? Hey, and so a great tip to the hat to her. And I will say this: if I ever get a chance to meet you, I just want to give you a hug because I love what you did, okay? Great stuff. But yeah, now let's see. Beside that, I love the child actors that they got for a young Luke and Leia. Even though the focus was more on Leia because of what happens with her, because she's the focal point for like a majority of this miniseries. Luke, not so much because we all know where his destiny is. And of course, I really love what they're doing and what they did with her. It's like, okay, she definitely has the future makings for a future politician / leader of the rebellion kind of thing. So yeah. And of course, again, great work all around. And side note, it was cool seeing Jimmy Schmitz kind of slip back into his role as Bail Organa. So go work there. But yeah. But yeah, other than that, I really liked what they did for the final 3 episodes, which really redeemed it in my eyes, and some great stuff, okay? Especially the finale. Like, oh my god, getting the chance to see Obi-Wan and Vader lock horns again was just hauntingly beautiful and hauntingly familiar, if that makes sense, because we all were waiting for it, okay? And finally, I think it all came together. And of course, yeah. Not much else I can say there, but I will say this, spoilers ahead, Qui-Gon fucking Jinn, yes, finally, I think we kind of were hinting at it at some point, but because because not just early in the season, in the series, because he's trying to practice a thing, where he becomes a Force ghost and into his life beyond, which of course we eventually will. But yeah, there's something interesting is that a little side note is that that I actually have somewhere the episode 3 novelization. It's probably at my parents' house, and at one point in the book, there's a part of the book that's a little different from the movie, and the fact that there is a chapter actually has Yoda talking with Qui-Gon Jinn. Yes, yes, in a Force Ghost form, but he actually says a few lines in the chapter, but I'm like, holy crap. So we all know he's there, but he's not. I know there's a deleted scene that was left on Cutting Room 4 from episode 3 where he's actually talking to a Force Ghost, but but obviously to us, we don't, if you've seen it, you know who we're talking about, but to others, they're like, who the hell is it? But we all know that it's definitely Qui-Gon Jinn. It's like, he knows he was able to do it. But then finally, when we finally got a chance to see him, it's a jubilee. It's like, we waited for it for a long fucking time. And of course, obviously, not Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan finally saying his famous line that's been memed to death. Hello there. Finally, where he says it to a young Luke, which of course, yeah, makes me wonder. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, it's like the first time, of course, we see more building blocks setting up for the future, and which leads into A New Hope. But yeah, my goodness, so much good stuff to unpack here. I really enjoyed every bit of it, but to me, the final finale just brought home to me and made me happier, right? So, man, after all that, whatever they could do, like, yeah, those last 3 episodes definitely redeemed it, all right? And with that in mind, I was having a hard time trying to score this. I was thinking, after much thought, I'm going to give this a hard 8. As much as it pains me, I thought it was gonna fail, but to me, I felt like most of it lived up to the expectations. Oh, I know a lot of stories could work, use some ironing out, and of course, all the art details, I think it worked. The character buildings for some of them, great all around. But at least we get to see where this goes from here. Will there be a season 2? Who knows? There is talks, but nothing's been confirmed. So if there is a season 2, I want to see where they go from here, all right? But other than that, that does for today. And all the episodes are streaming right now on Disney+. So for now, thumbs up the video, subscribe my channel, and stay tuned for some more awesome and exciting videos.